It's a month-long celebration of the women, the month of March, with the 8th specifically chosen by the United Nations. Women around the world are recognized for their achievements, irrespective of culture, economic or political strata. Big Story celebrates Nigerian women on this episode. I'm Int'l Thompson. The history of Nigeria is richer with the contribution of women who unarguably have been termed great. The list is long, but a few from history are Olufunmilayo Ransom Kuti, a political activist who led a force advocating for women's rights. There's Margaret Ekpo, a pioneer female politician in the country's first republic. There are many more in history, but even more living today, such as Abidemi Idris, who makes about 1,500 naira daily from her petty sales, with which her family, consisting of 4 children and a husband, strive to survive on.
If I have another way, I have another business that I can do, because as I did here, I learn how to sew, I learn how to sew fashion designer. But when there's no power to open the shop, that's why I was just managing this thing to sell. But if I have another way now, I can leave this business and do another one.
Or Mrs. Rose Sunday, who has been selling here for over 20 years, but not with delight.
The tomatoes matter now. The stress is too much. Like today, we have no market in my 12. I have to go out to Ibadan side to get it. So the stress is too much. If I have money, I have to change the market.
In another scenario, the American consulates in Lagos have chosen to celebrate women with the theme Women in Leadership and Good Governance.
In Nigeria, the level of enthusiasm that I have seen by Nigerian women in their aspirations for political participation, their call for government accountability and transparency, and their desire to contribute to national development are impressive. The United States government and the American people support this vision through demonstrated actions.
They see this demonstrated in the only female presidential candidate in Nigeria, Professor Remi Shonaya. She participated in the 2015 general election bearing the flag of Kowa Party. Professor Shonaya shares her idea of politics and her misgivings with the current system, some of which led to her decision to retire from the serenity of academics and join politics. A decision, she says, many of her close friends cannot still understand.
People, instead of saying, "Are you crazy?" or something like that, they said, "Well, we didn't know that you were that kind of person." You know, who's that kind of person? All right. So what went wrong, or what went right? You know, whichever way you want to look at it. Who knows what determines the course of a person's life? Is it genes, temperament, natural abilities and gifting, the hand of God, which some people would refer to as fate? Looking back at my life, one thing to which I can point, I believe, and which contributed to bringing me to where I am today, is that I was gifted with a rather pronounced, I think, sensitivity to issues of truth, justice, fairness. It was as if right from childhood I couldn't stand the truth not being told or injustice being done to somebody.
She would not fail to share her experience as the only female presidential candidate in Nigeria's political scene.
Like I said during my presentation here, I was not going out there waving, a gender flag. I was going out there as a person, a concerned citizen of the country who felt that, she had something to contribute. Almost unmindful of the fact that I am a woman, But the moment I stepped into the arena, woman, and then I came to appreciate the experience a lot more, because it opened my eyes to the kind of inequalities that still exist. in our society, where women are not given the respect that they deserve. Where somebody would phone in while I'm on air and say, "What she's doing there? Let her go back to her kitchen," and things like that. But in terms of my experience, I really enjoyed the whole campaign, thing. I related very well with people. I sensed a lot of, warmth, even encouragement from several quarters. And I believe it's a good first step. And I think, women should really recognize that there is a need now, and maybe the environment is ready.
She challenges the women to air their views more.
Let women come out with new ideas. Let their voice be heard concerning the need to transform our political culture. Let them speak out regarding the things that are happening in the political parties that they're not happy about. Many of them are not happy about meetings holding in the night. They're not happy about all these, Ghana must go money distribution and things. So let their voices be heard. That's why I keep saying, conquer the fear. Conquer the fear. If you don't do that, you're not going to be able, to conquer new terrain. If you have not conquered the fear, it's daring women who get to break the glass ceilings, So that's what I would say to women. Don't paralyze yourselves by saying, "Oh, this thing is going to happen. Oh, will they do this?" Don't worry about that. Go for something that you know is right for our country.
Another woman who has experienced politics and is not happy about it is the immediate past vice chairman of Amuwodof in local government area in Lagos, Alhajat Kudat Dada.
The water of Nigeria's politics is murky, and I think that is why.
Okay, so would you say that they are purposely discouraging women from getting into politics?
Yes, it can be so. We can say that. And aside from that, the women have to be financially empowered to be in politics. There is no way one will want to do politics in Nigeria without, being financially, buoyant.
Okay, but where do the men get the money from that the women cannot get the money from?
I think they have sponsors, and I don't know. On my own, I don't have any other source of, dirty way of getting income.
Maybe the women are not making enough efforts, because if a man wants something, they'll go out, get sponsors, get people to donate to their cause and all that. Maybe women are just not pushing hard enough.
They are. I think they are pushing hard.